Tawada, she nalas to initially. She bailes Arizona usually. Kulastejo, Nipawaye, Gojon, Beji, Conspi. My name is Twila Cassadore. I'm from the St. Carlos Apache tribe. I am a food harvester, and I want to say thank you for allowing me the time to come and speak with you. I'm going to share with you a little bit what I work with. I work with, I like how the woman before spoke about knowing your history. I understand Puerto Ricans became citizens, I believe, in 1917. Is that correct? Yes? Okay. Apaches lived here all our lives. These are the boundaries that we live in. On the northern side is up above Arizona, New Mexico, and it's actually larger than this. They go down into Mexico. This is only the Western Apache tribe, and that's who I work with. Apaches became citizens in 1920s. We live here all our life. We're the last to become U.S. citizens. In these boundaries, what I work with is a project that reconnects a lot of the disconnect from culture that we have today, and how fast time moves through, how fast things move through time, and a lot of this culture was lost, especially food. I work with food, and I work with elders. And we worked with elders for about 25 years. These are elders who were born at that time, that were in their 80s, that were raised by their grandparents or by their great-grandparents. So that was before the reservation was developed. They have this great amount of knowledge to share and keep with us. So in 1993, our local tribal chairman had determined that we should create this program so we won't lose our culture, our language, our songs, our ceremonies, our prayer. And so with that, we were able to travel within all the boundaries of our original landscape and identify a lot of food. So in our culture, reintroducing food back into the school system is difficult because we have, a lot of red tape before you go and bring food into the schools. But yet, this is food that grows right around us. And so we're working with, this is our third year working with the Center of Disease Control. And I work with a pilot project that is one of those chosen from the United States to analyze all the food in our food system, and also to create a database and a nutritional analysis of each individual food that we harvest. And out of the food that we harvest, we have calculated about 2,860 plants in our culture. We have, out of those, a little more than 300 is edible. And so with that, we're able to analyze what is allowable in the school system and what's not allowable. So we're looking at those things that are equivalent to allow back into a school system. And there's a lot of food that are out there market. I'm a harvester. I don't do agriculture. A lot of my families don't do agriculture. They harvest food. So it's been a big change for people. And coming out here, it's a different world. It really is. So we're gonna go to the next slide. So working with elders. This is, I always call her one of our last free Apaches. She's 96 this year. And she lives alone, very healthy. She can walk miles. And she works with us, with the culinary students in our local community, and teaching them a lot about the way traditional food was made, but using today's food. So today, this is harvest, this is actually agriculture corn. Regular corn that's from the field that we got from the grocery store. But she's teaching them how to cook traditionally. And traditionally, there's a lot of food, really good food. I started, when the lady was talking about being proud of who you are, you know, it took me 40 years to be proud of who I am. I grew up speaking fluent Apache. I lost it along the way. We get into society. I got into drugs and alcohol, and that's kind of common in all minorities. I forgot who I was. But going to my healers and elders, I started harvesting. I went there, and you're looking at today to this repeal of Obamacare, right? That's a big topic. But we always knew how to heal ourselves before Obamacare. There wasn't cancer, there wasn't obesity, there wasn't diabetes, there wasn't all these health issues that we have today. But that's the way we eat. That's what we put upon ourselves in a way, because we did not take care of ourselves anymore. And we forgot about the land, and we forgot where we came from. And so, for me, with learning who I am, the G, she goes there. She goes, I can actually say that now. I'm happy where I am today. I'm proud to say I am a San Carlos Apache. I'm not a Stilson. I know where my clan is from. I know where the springs that come and feed the waters, that feeds the fields. And these are the food that we harvest. There's a lot of food that heals people. There's a lot of people that have a strong history. And I share this with the young people in my community. And I'm going to do it in 3 simple phases. And I'm going to make it sort of brief. We're going to pretend, like in that original map that you see, we're going to pretend there are 3 oak trees. One here, real nice and healthy. One here that's half dead. And one here that's gone. Okay, so put that in your mind. Okay. So this tree is before the reservations were developed. And on those trees, there are acorns. And I always use 5. 5 nuts. Language, your song, your ceremony, your prayer, your food. That knowledge was so strong with them. So when they fell, they're like our people. They grew. The same things came back with them. Then you go to today's world. Pollution, climate change, global warming, development, what they call progress, took away a lot of those trees. You see half-dead trees today. In a way, it's like us. Technology, drugs, alcohol, even religion. A lot of that knowledge is not there today. So we have the 5 acorns. Out of those, how many do our people carry today? I'm going to go 50 years from now. You can see a dead tree. That's the truth. That's where my culture is going. That's where my people's language, song, ceremony, prayer, and food are going, because people today, this knowledge that we have, only the people carry. And how we want to carry to tomorrow is all up to you. We can blame society, we can blame colonization, we can do all these things. But we have the strength to care of ourselves and for our children and for the children later. And I use that analogy with every oak acorn. Can we go back to that first slide? And the reason I use oak, but emery oak acorn, you can search the whole world for this tree. You will not find it nowhere but in original Apache boundaries. And they go a little lower than that. It has longevity of life. We use it in our ceremonies. We put it in our baskets. When we have our ceremony, our baskets are a lot larger than this. And when they bless the girl at ceremony, we put our traditional food in there. And each of those fruit represents something: longevity of life, strength, prosperity, having abundance of children to carry on your name. This basket has a great meaning to people, my people. And I want to say thank you again for giving me the time to come and speak. It's a beautiful place you guys have. You have rich culture, you have rich history. It's amazing. And this is a basket that was made, has the waters on it. And this is for Nepateli. Nepateli came to my land once, and he stood among the strong waters. And this is the water where we pray for strength. This is water where a lot of our origin stories began, where so many blessings happen to people. And he stood there, and this basket was made for him. And the waves do represent life. Water is life. And when you think about water, how many of us bathe every day? Raise your hand if you bathe every day. How many of us don't bathe at all? That's how Mother Earth is. She needs this clean water. She needs that spring water to keep her alive, keep her flowing, keep the food here. We need that clean water to keep us going too. And with that, I'd like to say thank you, Ahia, Ashwan.